You know that one company that owns over $48 billion of Bitcoin? That's right, MicroStrategy, led by Michael Saylor. It holds around 461,000 coins. And you know what's insane? They might be facing a massive tax bill on their $19 billion in unrealized gains. Could this mean the MicroStrategy bubble is about to burst? I'm going to cover that. So let's take a look at MicroStrategy's history. Since August 2020, Michael Saylor has led them on an aggressive Bitcoin buying spree. They've accumulated 461,000 coins, worth about $48 billion today. At first glance, this might seem like a win for Bitcoin. It's a source of centralization of the supply. One corporation holding over 2% of the supply is not decentralization. This concentration of wealth is exactly what Bitcoin cypherpunk creators aimed to avoid. What's worse is that this type of corporate holdings gives governments an excuse to enforce stricter controls on Bitcoin through taxation and regulation, something that Saylor loves, unfortunately. Let's get into unrealized gains. This is when the value of an asset you own, like Bitcoin, goes up, but you haven't sold. The US government in 2020 brought in the Corporate Alternative Minimum Tax, CAMT, which could tax companies like MicroStrategy based on these paper gains. It's pretty ridiculous, but Bitcoin can come under this tax. So MicroStrategy could be looking at a huge bill on their $19 billion in unrealized gains. Don't forget, they had to pay a $40 million lawsuit for tax evasion in June of 2024. It's not a company I'd like to be involved with during a minimum 15% tax bill on a $19 billion unrealized gain. So what could they actually owe? Just based on the numbers now, they could owe almost $3 billion in tax. Where will this money come from? I don't think they even know the answer to this yet. But when playing with debt and leverage, it's easy for this debt bubble to burst and a death spiral to occur. There is a bigger underlying issue here. It's not just about squeezing money out of a company. It's about setting a precedent. If they start taxing Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies before it's sold, what's stopping them from just tracking every wallet and taxing every Satoshi you own? Bitcoin is meant to be a tool for freedom and financial sovereignty, not a pawn in high-stakes corporate game. When companies like MicroStrategy treat Bitcoin as collateral, they risk turning Bitcoin into another legacy financial system tool, the very system Bitcoin was designed to replace. MicroStrategy isn't just impacting its own balance sheet. They've been working closely with Coinbase trying to push for regulatory clarity and remove unrealized cryptocurrency gains from coming under this tax. But when companies like MicroStrategy start advocating for clear rules, they're inviting the government to write the rules of the game. Are these rules going to protect individual sovereignty? Definitely not. They can often create rules that benefit the government. But what about us and the billions of unbanked individuals that Bitcoin was supposed to empower? MicroStrategy's Bitcoin play might look bold and pro-Bitcoin, but it's worth questioning who truly benefits and if their strategy is even sustainable. Debt bubbles are a risky game and their buys are only getting bigger. What do you think? Are they pushing Bitcoin forward or are they a wolf in sheep's clothing? Don't forget the cypherpunk ethos regarding Bitcoin. It's all about freedom, transparency, and breaking free from the legacy swamp, which we clearly still have. It's up to us to defend those values. Heidi wrote a book called Why Crypto to help educate and empower people while also reminding them of why Bitcoin and the crypto space was created. You should definitely check that out. It is one of the best books written in crypto history. So check us out at learningcrypto.com if you do want to check out us and you want to see what we are holding, when we are going to be selling, how much Bitcoin we should hold percentage-wise, and much more. And let me know your thoughts on this video down below. If you think I'm overblowing it, I don't think I am, but you let me know. Bye-bye.